You know that moment when you're eating something sweet and your brain lights up like a slot machine hitting jackpot? That instant pleasure, followed by the quiet voice, saying, I should probably stop. But you reach for one more anyway. We've all been there. Whether it's demolishing desert after sweating you're full, or that third cookie that somehow jumps into your mouth. But what if you couldn't stop? What if, for 30 straight days, you've consumed nothing but pure sugar? No proteins, no fats, no vitamins, just crystallized sweetness. Not candy or soda, which at least have some other ingredients, but straight sugar, like you're a hummingbird that lost its mind. Today, let's see what science says would happen to your body and brain during a month-long sugar-only diet. And before we dive in, this is purely educational. Nobody should attempt this. Your pancreas is already sweating just thinking about it. Days 1, 2, 3. The deceptive honeymoon. The first bite would be ... Amazing. Pure glucose hits your bloodstream in about 15 minutes, and your brain's reward centers explode with dopamine, the same chemical released during, well, let's just say, other pleasurable activities. You'd feel energized, almost euphoric. But here's where it gets weird. Within 2 hours, you'd experience your first major crash. Your blood sugar would spike to maybe 180 to 200 milligrams. DL then plummet below baseline. Your body, expecting real food, would release insulin like it's putting out a fire, but there's no protein to slow absorption. No fat to provide satiety, no fiber to moderate anything. It's like flooring a car with no wheels. Lots of noise, zero control. By day 3, you'd be riding a biological roller coaster. Energy peaks where you feel invincible, followed by crashes where standing up feels like climbing Everest. Your mood would swing harder than a pendulum in an earthquake. And the hunger, despite consuming 2,000 plus calories of pure sugar daily, you'd be constantly, painfully hungry, because hunger isn't just about calories, it's about nutrients, and sugar has exactly 0 of what your body actually needs. Days 4 to 7. The nutritional bankruptcy. This is when your body realizes you're not joking around. Without any vitamin C, early scurvy symptoms begin, not the pirate kind yet, but your gums might feel tender, and small cuts would heal slower. Without B vitamins, especially thiamine, your neurons start struggling to produce energy properly. That brain fog you get after eating too much cake, multiply that by 10 and make it permanent. Your immune system basically posts a closed for repairs sign. White blood cells need vitamin D, zinc, and protein to function. Without them, even minor bacteria become potential threats. Others 2015. Study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that high fructose intake alone suppresses immune response by up to 40%. Now, imagine that with 0 immunity-supporting nutrients coming in. Days 8 to 14. The metabolic mutiny. Your liver is now in full panic mode. It's converting excess sugar into fat through a process called de novo lipogenesis, literally making new fat. But unlike normal fat storage, this happens directly in liver cells. You're essentially speedrunning fatty liver disease, something that usually takes years of alcohol abuse to achieve. Your muscles start breaking down, not just losing mass, actually catabolizing themselves to provide the amino acids your brain desperately needs to function. You're literally eating yourself from the inside while stuffing sugar from the outside. Your body enters a paradox: overfed but malnourished, energy-rich but protein-starved. The inflammation markers in your blood, C-reactive protein, interleukin-6, would read like you're fighting a serious infection. Except you're not fighting anything external. Your body is attacking itself, confused by the constant sugar assault and absence of essential nutrients. Days 15 to 21. The point of no return 3 weeks in, and permanent damage becomes likely. Your pancreatic beta cells, the ones that produce insulin, are exhausted from the constant sugar bombardment. Some of them start dying off. And here's the terrifying part. Beta cells don't regenerate well. You're potentially giving yourself type 2 diabetes in real time. Vision problems would emerge, not just from the lack of vitamin A, causing night blindness, but from sugar literally crystallizing in your eye's lens, the beginning stages of cataracts. Your kidneys, filtering massive amounts of excess glucose daily, would show signs of early nephropathy. That sweet taste in your mouth, that's your body trying to excrete sugar through your saliva and sweat because normal channels are overwhelmed. Mentally, you'd be experiencing something similar to severe depression. The brain needs omega-2, 3 fatty acids, amino acids, and B vitamins to produce neurotransmitters. Without them, serotonin and dopamine production crashes. The irony, you're eating pure happiness, fuel sugar, triggers dopamine, but your brain can't actually use it to create lasting happiness. Days 22 to 30. The final collapse if you made it this far, and that's a big if. Your body would be unrecognizable from a month ago. Blood tests would show severe anemia, no iron, hypoalbuminemia, no protein, and potentially life-threatening electrolyte imbalances. Your heart, made of muscle that's been catabolizing itself, would show arrhythmias on an EKG. The scariest part, some damage would be permanent. Those dead beta cells aren't coming back. The advanced glycation end products ages formed from constant high blood sugar have prematurely aged your blood vessels, increasing cardiovascular disease risk for life. Your liver might recover, mostly, but the metabolic trauma has fundamentally altered how your body processes sugar forever. You'd survive the 30 days. Humans are remarkably resilient, but you'd emerge metabolically broken, immunologically compromised, and psychologically traumatized, all from eating the one substance our tongue evolved to crave most. Here's what's truly wild. Sugar isn't toxic. In normal amounts, as part of a balanced diet, it's just energy. But in isolation, it becomes a perfect demonstration of how no single nutrient, no matter how pure or energy-rich, can sustain human life. We didn't evolve to handle abundance of single macronutrients. We evolved to seek variety, balance, complexity. Your body can survive remarkable deprivation and abuse. But thriving? That requires respect for the intricate machinery that keeps you alive. Every system in your body is interconnected, each nutrient playing multiple roles. Remove proteins, fats, vitamins, and minerals. And you're not simplifying your diet, you're dismantling your biology one molecule at a time. So next time you're reaching for that extra dessert, remember, the fact that you can stop is what makes you human. Our ancestors who couldn't control their sugar intake when they found honey or ripe fruit, they didn't survive long enough to pass on their genes. That little voice saying, maybe that's enough. That's millions of years of evolution trying to keep you alive. What's the longest you've ever gone eating? Mostly junk food. And more importantly, how did your body rebel? Let me know in the comments.